At the face-off X to start the season.
And this coaching staff is ridiculously confident in his ability on the offensive end. They leave him down on the crease in a lot of situations and continue to facilitate offense with him on the field. He is a scoring threat from that face-off X, which is a rarity in today's game.
Duffy and Petrala get their touches as North Carolina brings in their first midfield. Ty English dodging top side. North Carolina already 3 top 10 wins. Shot on the run and a goal! Andrew Price. Less than 40 seconds in, the Tar Heels strike first.
The price is right for Andrew Price as he pushes that one off the earth, gets top side, uses the ground to create some deception for Chronic in net, and that's just a beautiful shot.
Couple Tar Heel defenders to the ground, but Princeton will slow things down. There's Bonanno spinning and misfiring. North Carolina with the early goal from Price. That was about 40 seconds in. Kabiri now. You'll notice with this Princeton offense, a lot of it comes from behind the goal and a lot of movement around the crease, picks being set.
They work well off ball. Constant movement is the name of the game for this Princeton offense.
Kabiri has him hung up top. Bonanno, left-handed shot, scores! And we're level at 1.
And we'll see Kabiri stretch the field here, and he creates so much offense from behind the cage and puts this one on the money up top. The hitch gets to the middle of the field.
2 midfield stepping up for the first couple goals. Princeton wins their first face-off. Jackson Green controls from the wing. McMeekin will take most of the face-offs for Princeton. He had a really good night against Duke on Friday. Won the final 6 face-offs of the evening after a really slow start in his first couple of games at the X. Ball movement, off-ball movement for Princeton. Kabiri trying to get his hands free. He does, and Princeton takes the lead. Nate Kabiri, the sophomore, with his 4th goal.
Such great offense from this Princeton squad. They have the ability to move from one trigger or action to another without stopping or resetting. It keeps that D communicating, second guessing, constantly using those multiple 2-game sets. And why he's one of the best in the nation.
Sure. You're not going to totally contain a guy like that, but you just want to limit the high percentage looks. Seeing Duffy and Petrala working up top a little bit. Wrinkle. Price, who has North Carolina's only goal. He's got a short stick, Jackson Green. English got inside, he misses. Matten to back it up. Matten knocks it down. Empty net, and we're tied. James Matten creates an opportunity and levels us at 2.
And this is just the epitome of this UNC team this year. Unsettled offensive possessions and finding success on the back end. Matten with a wide open goal, golden opportunity, and we're tied at 2. And to make that quick switch, especially on the road.
Matten again spinning. It was deflected. And we've got a flag down, our first flag of the afternoon. Free possession for Princeton. Neither squad has committed a significant amount of penalties their first few games. McAsee off the pick. On the crease, Burns! The flag and then the goal, and Princeton takes back the lead. And the Tigers back in front with 9:09 to go. Potential man-up opportunity coming. Mackesy finds Burns on the doorstep. The save. Nearly a man-down goal for the Tar Heels. 35 seconds on the penalty. We haven't seen Princeton's man-up unit a ton this year. They're 2 for 4 in man-up opportunities. Not much time remaining. 10 seconds. Mackesy. And he scores. Somehow snuck it into the low inside corner. A ridiculous low angle shot. And at the very end of the man-up opportunity, the Tigers score.
Has heavily relied on that outside shot throughout his entire career. What great shot placement, and that's his spot out on the field, on the wings for...
And North Carolina's ride gets another turnover. Matten has been a menace on the ride.
The second caused turnover today, and is trying to will his team back into today's matchup. This is a rare occasion to see this Tar Heels team down, and this is a really good test for this young squad.
Haven't played from behind really at all in this 4-0 start. Maybe a couple of minutes. Price. Everybody for Princeton coming out to him. Duffy, short stick matchup. Early slide. Skip pass to English, the rip, and the score! Duffy draws the short stick and North Carolina takes advantage.
Well, it really starts with this incredible caused turnover from Matten to be able to give the Tar Heels the possession back, and then Owen Duffy stretching the field, facilitating this offense, and then finds Ty English.
The big man Carson Kramer. Bonanno spinning. He's got a step. Gianfacaro, you gotta be kidding me with that stop.
Point blank save from Gianfacaro. And just once again, willing this Tar Heels team and gets them another possession.
Matten has Princeton hung up. Here comes Croddick out. Duffy inside. We are tied. Oh, and Duffy is getting going.
What a dodge and finish from Duffy. One of the most deceptive shooters in the nation. Ties us up at 4. We'll be back right after this.
He's got 18 already. He's a top 5 scorer in the country, and he has been held scoreless. Can't imagine North Carolina wants to stay that way. Hands free, bouncing one. Wide right. Levy underneath. North Carolina in front. Ryan Levy, the senior, in his hometown.
Ryan Levy, just an exceptional job here. He gets that short-on-short matchup, beats his man underneath, and it's all about that explosive first step. Uses his speed to beat his matchup and buries that one. Ryan Levy with his 4th goal this season, and the Tar Heels have their first lead.
Still see Notre Dame be the betting favorite to win the national championship for the 3rd straight year. North Carolina, one of those teams bidding to change that. Same with Princeton, 2 teams that could be in the top 5. North Carolina's already there, but after this weekend, they could both be there. And they're both trying to build that postseason resume. North North Carolina was the top seed in 2021. They really haven't made much noise since that year. English rips one wide. Meanwhile, Princeton, 3 straight NCAA tournaments, back-to-back Ivy League champs. They haven't won a title since 2001. Petrala, ridiculous wraparound. A quiet first half, and he gets involved 38 seconds into the third quarter.
Right out of the gate for Petrala, gets above goal line extended, gets his shoulder square to the cage, and just one fluid motion for Dom Petrala.
For Princeton to get the ball back. They haven't scored since McAsee's goal with 8:12 to go in the second quarter. It's been a long drought for the Tigers. 4 top 10 matchups to start the season. North Carolina arguably the most talented team. They did see Maryland in their second game. Shot to score! The quick stick from Sean Cameron. And Princeton breaks their drought.
That's just really good ball movement from this Princeton offense. They get around the top of the box and beat this UNC defense to their spot and buries that
to the billing so far. Bonanno knifing through the defense, gives it off. Kabiri has his man hung up. Wade, and we are tied. It's the Princeton midfield getting involved.
And this is an attack-dominant team, and this midfield is really starting to produce for this Princeton Tigers squad. Beats his matchup with the split dodge, and once again, showcasing their exceptional use of the middle of the field. Gets his shoulder square to the cage, and just that overhand motion to generate so much power pretty much puts that stick in his back pocket, and they tie things up at 6.
6 different goal scorers, but North Carolina is back in front. Oh my goodness. Parker Hoffman, the freshman.
And Coach Bresci mentioned this in our meeting that they were going to use Hoffman out on the wings. He just knows what is going to go on at that face-off X. A great read from Hoffman to understand that Wambach is going to his second exit, and that's up and out to his wing players. Finds Hoffman on the run, and he buries that one. What a moment for the young freshman.
All 13 goals so far scored by different players. That's unbelievable. Thanks, our producer, Lauren George, just put that in my ear. How about that? Would not have guessed that. Anybody have a 40 time for Hoffman? I'll tell you what, it's like like a 4.3. He's blazing fast.
Incredibly quick and really showcased his dominant speed.
They've got him down at 5'9", 150. Whizzing one by there was... And now an opportunity in front. And it's Petrala. He has scored. That was initially Egan whizzing one, and then Petrala on the rebound.
Just wasting no time on this second chance opportunity. It was Duffy that had it on the inside. Petrala just locates it right below goal line extended, gets upfield, and just
unable to clear it again. It's a little bit sloppy, but they eventually convert the clear. Starting to see North Carolina impose their will a little bit.
And that's a coach's nightmare to see your short stick teammate and your two-way guy get it to a pole in the middle of the field, and especially when they don't have numbers on their side.
Kabiri working. Spinning. Palumbo! Kabiri finds him, and he finishes with the left hand. Back to a one-goal game.
And this is a great job from Palumbo to move his way down this near side and bury it. He's a guy who desperately needed to get going for the Tigers.
Not Princeton's schedule. 4 top 10 teams to open this season. I don't think anybody's going to get on the horn and say, well, their schedule is a little bit weaker. Not this year. Chance to knot things up for the Tigers. Nobody's led by more than 2 in this game. Still got Salucci matched up on Mackesy. Mackesy spinning, Salucci fell down. Kramer! Top corner! Tied at 8.
What a great look from the 6'5", 245-pound Kramer. That's a tight end in the NFL, and he uses the full power on this shot.
Petrala, who's starting to heat up. Duffy, underhanded shot, no good, and Princeton in transition. 4-on-3, Mackesy, Princeton in front. The senior Coulter Mackesy on the fast break. 3 straight for the Tigers.
What transition game from this Princeton defense. Find that ball after triple teaming Duffy. Get this ball out quick. And they find Mackesy, who uses a beautiful dodge in his bag and buries that one. What a great goal from Coulter Mackesy.
North Carolina fortunate that didn't find the back of the net. 30 seconds left to go in the man-up opportunity. A few more seconds. Mackesy off the post again. Rebound behind the back. Another behind the back. And they convert. Back to back behind the backs. Finds the back of the net. That's a lot of backs.
Second chance goals as the Tigers continue to wreak havoc on their man-up opportunities. Mackesy gets it. It's bumped up back in the air, and they finish with a beautiful over-the-shoulder shot. And
60 seconds to go in this third quarter. Duffy into traffic. Levy's pass wayward for Suchek, and now there's a loose ball in front of the crease. Petrala somehow came out with it. Now he shoots, and he scores! The hat trick for Petrala.
What a look from Dominic Petrala as there was a huge fight for the ball on the carpet. It's Petrala that comes up with it out of that big old crowd of defense, fires on the run, and the crowd just goes nuts. They love when Petrala gets the ball in his stick. He
mentioned those ugly opportunities that he's won a ground ball or picked Put it in the back of the net. First half was all about the defenses. Third quarter, both offenses got rolling. Ten combined goals in that third quarter. We had 9 combined goals in the first half. Price had the first goal of this game. Duffy wrapping and scoring. Stumbling around the crease, he finishes to level us at 10.
It's amazing how much ground he's able to cover with just 2 to 3 steps. Gets the ball, and he's pretty much already beat his matchup at X. That forward movement just generates so much pick from Owen Duffy.
And nothing to lose there. Let's see if Bresci has anything to say to him about that. Maybe not next time. Off the post. Bonanno didn't quite have the angle above GLE. Under 8 minutes to go. Wade, bottom corner. Princeton on the board in the fourth quarter.
Really nice dodge from Wade here, plants his foot, gets to the middle of the field, and no pick was set, but still generates so much space. The Tigers are up 1.
Petrala and Duffy have gotten going for North Carolina. Princeton spread the love. Mackessy's got a couple, so does Palumbo. Here's Mackessy now. Dunphy, who's been quiet, has the short stick. Mackessy hands free. You don't want to see that if you're North Carolina.
You can't allow him to drift down that alley like that. He is such a threat on the run.
Normally he'll put those away. Palumbo somehow swimming through everybody. Insanity. And Palumbo's got his hat trick.
Palumbo, just such a physical presence on this offense, fights through the contact, spins his way through that UNC defense, and puts it in the back of the net. What an effort, what an individual effort from Palumbo. And the twister.
Princeton that touched it last. Barton takes possession. This feels like arguably the biggest possession of the game for North Carolina, Mike.
Time is winding down, and it is running out for this UNC squad. They have traded this lead back and forth, but it all starts with this possession. They need to control this possession, settle things down for this offense, and just provide a calming presence. That midfield has been producing. Let's see what Owen Duffy can do here.
He's got 2 goals and an assist. Petrala has the hat trick. Here's Duffy now. English. Duffy with the assist. English goes top shelf.
What vision here from Owen Duffy. There's 3 parts of your dodge. The setup, the dodge, and the finish. And whether that finish is putting it in, puts that one on the ground, unfortunate he can't finish there.
And when you're referring to the mumbo, just for the viewers out there, what are you referring to offensively?
It's a pick on the inside, and then that inside attacker pops out on the wing and leaves him wide open. And he had the space and the time and room to shoot, just couldn't finish.
English, who just scored. Duffy working, scoring! Owen Duffy putting North Carolina on his back. It's his 3rd of the afternoon, and we are tied at 12.
He doesn't look like a sophomore. He looks like a 5-year veteran out there. The second he stepped foot onto this campus, it was smooth sailing. And what a finish here with his left hand, uses his body to create just a sliver of space.
Now it's a battle for possession, a critical possession. Princeton comes up with it. So here we go, the Tigers with their first offensive possession in a few minutes.
Like the decision for Mackesy there, had the numbers and recognizes that he has that backup in Kabiri to be able to maintain the possession. Under 3 minutes left to go. Every pass that you make and shot that you take has to be perfect. Palumbo!
He has had a dominant second half.
Just an off-ball nightmare in Palumbo. They work this ball around the top of the box so quickly that this UNC defense just can't get set. Beats 2 defenders for the Tar Heels, and Palumbo, with time and room, it can certainly pop up into that top 5 range. This is a huge resume win for the Princeton Tigers, and this is a tough bout for this UNC team in what is probably the toughest test that they have had this entire season. And kudos to them for, battling tough with Princeton.
Proska and O'Berry, who's got a long stick, trying to take it away from Mackesy. 25 seconds to kill. Elects not to shoot with the empty net. Again, a 3-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Green harassed. Gets through everybody, and he's going to put this away. That should seal things for Princeton. Jackson Green on the empty net.
What a great weekend it was for Princeton, but what an even better weekend for Jackson Green. Was named player of the game by his peers in that Duke win on Friday night, and is a very aggressive short stick defender for this Princeton squad, and that's his second goal this weekend. And we saw him with a momentum shifting goal on Friday night where he lowered the shoulder, barreled through a Duke defender and put it in the back of the net against a quality goalkeeper in Patrick Jamison.
If you're Princeton, you come to North Carolina, you knock off Duke, you drive down the road and you knock off North Carolina. It's about as good of a weekend as you can have. Number 7 and number 4 teams in the land, and you knock them off on the road. The 2-time defending Ivy League champs, Princeton, burns through North Carolina. A pair of massive wins on the weekend, and they have 3 top 10 victories to start the season.
It's an amazing win for this Princeton Tigers team, and they had a tough bout heading into this 2025 season, and a lot of eyes were on them, and expectations were put on a very high pedestal for this Princeton squad, and they have continued to